Everybody, thanks for checking out this video on using multiband compression. If you haven't already checked out the article on production.lcbcchurch.com about multiband compression, I'd recommend you read through that first. That gives you some of the information that we're going to be talking about in these videos about how multiband compression works and how to properly use it. So, what do we mean when we say multiband compression? Well, it's a tool that allows you to control the dynamics. And when we say dynamics, we mean the musical kind of peaks and valleys of the source. So it uses 4 independent compressors that are listening to specific ranges of the spectrum. So these 4 separations here are 4 separate compressors, and we can tailor their settings to match the needs of whatever source we are trying to compress. So all 4 of those bands work together, so we want to make sure we have all 4 of them set properly so that the source as a whole sounds its best. Before we start employing it, however, we need to make sure we have the source EQ'd as well as possible, because if we have a specific area of, let's say, the low mids like we have in this source here, if these peaks are going into our compression, then those peaks will trigger the compression to occur, because those are a loud kind of dominant frequency in this particular source. If we set the threshold so that things are being compressed, these areas will trigger the compression early, and may not smooth out the source the way we're looking for. So by EQing away some of the low frequency buildup in this case, we allow the compressor to see a start of a more even incoming signal, and that allows it to do its job. So when you're using multiband compression, you can think of it as sort of putting a leash on the source, and really it's a leash that has kind of 4 different sections, and we can use these settings here to adjust the leash that is on each frequency band, and we can change the frequency bands based upon the source to meet our needs and help us accomplish our goal. You also want to make sure that you use the bypass keys when you're setting things up to kind of toggle in and out the effect of the compression, and this gives you a chance to hear what's actually happening and to bypass what's actually happening, and this gives you a better chance to listen to the changes that you're making. So if you find that, oh wow, things actually sound a little better with things bypassed, chances are you need to reevaluate your settings and do some things different so that the compression is accomplishing the goal that we're after better. So I find that oftentimes, if it's set up correctly, multiband compression can often be the only compression tool you need to make a source sound its best. So we want to make sure that things are dialed in properly, taking advantage of those bypass keys to listen to the difference of with compression and without compression will give you a better idea of the changes you're actually bringing to the source, and that will help you dial things in appropriately.